Today, Bryn's going through a battery of neuropsychological tests.
Ready, Bryn? Here we go.
Neuropsychologist is not a physician, but we specialize in testing the brain in areas of memory, attention, problem solving.
We're gonna match the colors, okay? Ready? Very good.
The tests are paper, pencil. Some are on computers, some are done with blocks.
You see the patterns different, okay? So you're gonna tap each one, first with your left hand, and then we're gonna do it with your right hand.
What's great about neuropsychological testing is they'll get an answer
As fast as you can.
Bryn's parents will know what Bryn's cognitive strengths are, and that will determine her cognitive rehabilitation, help her self-esteem and her self-image.
Good job, Bryn. Very good.
Well, we're back with Real Housewives of New Jersey star Caroline Manzo, who knows all too well the frustration that comes with having a child who has difficulty learning. And Caroline recently paid a house call to another mom in a similar situation, Kari and Bryn, who we just saw on that clip. They're joining us now via Polycom from their home in New Jersey. Hi, Kari and Bryn, how are you? Bryn, do you like being on TV?
Yes.
And really quickly, Kari and Bryn, before we talk to you, I know, Dr. Sears, you heard from Dr. Greco after that testing was done on Bryn. What did you find?
And Bryn went through 6 hours worth of testing, and it was really great because it really got, tested her reading, her handwriting, her intelligence, her memory. Really comprehensive testing, and it really showed some things that were contradictory to her prior diagnosis. So we have some great information here. So I actually spoke to Mom, Kari, yesterday, so she wouldn't be too surprised on TV with this, and we kind of went through it. But basically, Bryn had previously been diagnosed with ADD and an auditory processing disorder, and what Dr. Greco's testing found didn't find any evidence of that at all. It actually found more of a motor coordination problem, which was why her handwriting was such an issue, and more importantly, a visual dyslexia. So, which means she was having a hard time processing information visually, and it's so good that we finally found clues to what's going on with Bryn. So now, because you were wasting a lot of your time with different therapies, and a lot of them didn't work, right, Mom, in the past?
Yeah, I mean, we go 3 times a week to therapies, and we won't even know if they were helping or not.
I know.
Yeah, and that's a lot of time, and sometimes it means miss school, and if you don't even know if it's working because you don't have the right diagnosis, it can be frustrating. But now we've kind of really honed in on what Bryn's strengths are and what her weaknesses are, and we really know how to focus in on helping her.
Well, and you know what? This is one of those things where any parent can learn from this scenario and also recognize that we all learn quite differently. But when you look at something, there is such a thing as visual learning. And when you're learning through visual cues, it tends to be processed in the occipital lobe. That's the posterior part of your brain. That's one way people learn. Well, what's another way? You go to a lecture, or you hear your mom saying, do this. That's auditory learning. That's in the temporal lobe, that side lobe there. And then lastly, if you're holding an object or you're doing something physically, that's kinesthetic learning. That involves the cerebellum down in the lower back part of your brain. Point is, we all have different strengths when it comes to learning. If I see something, I can remember it. If you tell me something, I won't remember it. And so there are ways to teach kids who may not learn through one method, try others, and I think you have a message for every mom out there, because all kids don't learn the same way.
We are, as individuals, snowflakes. No two people are alike. No two children are alike. You go to the professionals to ask for guidance, and they, in my opinion, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. They create the frame, and we create the puzzle pieces together as a team. And don't ever stop fighting for your child.
And the answer isn't always obvious, but like you said, as a mom, you keep searching. Caroline, thank you for sharing your story and for being on the show. Kari and Bryn, thanks for being with us.